Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. And for the Hawks, we've got Nance. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. Then there's Reza Shea. And it's Okongwu in at center. Well, Greg, this matchup features 2 teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. From deep. Rebound, Atlanta. And even 3-on-3 break. Okongwu with a screen on Lillard. Wasted no time on that one. Young's got 5 now.
Nice and composed on that 3 there. Trae giving his fundamentals all of his attention.
Lillard from outside knocks down the 3 ball.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Young, good. Young's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
Prince setting a pick for Jackson. And the layup's good off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Young driving the lane. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots after a good start. Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that, Giannis. I love the Greek freak. But I tell you, Kareem is my guy. I would tip my hat there, but I certainly understand why others would say, Giannis, I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem.
Okongwu a screen. Lets the 3 fly. Trains the 3-pointer.
And how about the find by Trae, making sure he keeps his teammates involved.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Well, earlier I spoke with Quinn Snyder, and as you would expect, their focus on defense is Damian Lillard. He said Lillard's smart. He's seen every defensive look there is, so we can't get fancy. Our main thing is to be ready with help defenders inside. We can't allow him penetration. They're hoping to limit the damage he can do at the rim. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David.
And on the drive, Young can be so sudden, the defense barely gets a chance to react.
Here's Lillard. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
The kick out to Young. Oh, good on the triple.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Young outside. Out to Nance. Back to Young. Nance outside. The Hawks again can't hit. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Young with the steal. Here's Daniels. They get the rebound. Nance. And Nance slams it in.
And it's in Larry Nance Jr.'s blood. Remember, his dad, Larry Sr., won the first ever dunk contest.
Lillard outside. Lopez outside. Here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jackson's got 6.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Okongwu with a screen on Lillard. Young against Lillard. Young inside. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Creativity and shot-making ability to spare. Trae Young is getting loose tonight.
Nobody near Lillard. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. That will count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Okongwu is out there with Nance. Then there's Rizashea. And it's Young, and it's Daniels in at the 2 guard. Brook Lopez worth every penny as he secured a nice raise last season.
Yeah, you know, he's a combination of a three-point shooting big who's also an elite rim protector. That's a heck of a combination and a valuable one in today's game.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
So it's the Bucks now. There goes Giannis.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Hands it from downtown.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Lillard scanning the floor. Clock at 6. And a flush by Antetokounmpo!
Superb initiative from Antetokounmpo. I mean, that may be something we overlook, but being able to take that initiative allows him to be a real menace when he's rolling to the rim after a pick.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. Mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Lillard outside, and Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Young outside. Drives to the hoop, and he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 4-point Hawks lead. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Jackson, his first, team first.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Pass to Okongwu. Shot clock at 5. Here's Rizashea. And he wills that one in. Sagging right through off the back iron.
Rizashea has everything you need to be a great mid-range shooter. He stays on balance, can rise above defenders, and has that high release point. He's got the total package.
And they get it back. And he's able to get it back. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And Young, a fiery competitor, someone who enjoys getting under the skin of opposing players.
And so Young nails them both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Lillard, and he can't stop the run as he misses. The Hawks leading by 8. Young looking around. To the paint. He's working for Okongwu and finds him. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And he sinks the second. We've got 1:18 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Lillard. He's got 8. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Rizichet, defended by Prince. Young inside. Jackson on him. Shots good from Young. Young's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him. How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Okongwu with the screen for Young. Yep, that one goes in there. Young's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Clark, what in the world is left for Giannis to accomplish at this point?
You know, Kevin, I don't know, quite honestly. I mean, perhaps more championships or MVPs. He's really done it all. Maybe a scoring title, but whatever he does from this point on, it's only going to add to what's been a Hall of Fame career.
Here's Young driving to the basket. Drops in the layup for 2. Young's got 26.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Goes back up. It's deflected. Young outside. Okongwu with the screen for Young. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 28 points for him.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. 13 points. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
26. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Gary Trent is out there with Porter. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Sims in at the 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul.
Sometimes it's just better to concede a rebound instead of fighting through the guy and getting called for over the back.
Yeah, I agree. And you've got to have a sense of when you're not going to be able to get to the ball. That just wasn't a smart foul.
And how about the playmaking skills of the Vert? I like watching this guy break down the D in the pick and roll.
And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That's his first foul.
Team first.
On the wing, Man. Defended by Trent. Man passes to Niang. 6 to shoot. Pass to Capella. LeVert in the corner. From the arc.
With his size and versatility, Porter Jr. is really a strong defender, especially when he's defending the point or 2 guard.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. It's good from long range. Porter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Niang in the post, guarded by Porter. Man passes to LeVert. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Milwaukee ball.
Bucks trail by 12. Trent, a screen on LeVert. Fires away from way outside. Porter, no luck. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Ashton Niang. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Niang's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Assist goes to Jalen Johnson.
Porter against LeVert. And that one's good by Porter.
Capping off the drive through the bump. Porter Jr. holding steady.
LeVert against Porter. And he makes that one.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract limits. Commissioner Silver says we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, D.A., that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications.
Man, what an athlete. Once he gets ahead of steam, Karis LeVert is impossible to stop. Good luck trying.
Portis kicks to Trent. Portis sets the pick for Trent. Launches it. Sims the pass to Portis. Johnson against Kuzma. They shoot again. The rebound by Johnson. Atlanta leading by 15. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. LeVert's got 8.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Porter looking it over. Atlanta with the rebound. There's 53 seconds left in the third. And Gary Trent gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. .51 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's LeVert, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
LeVert is always aggressive. I like that mindset of his, especially in how he drives to the rim playing downhill. Goes there with a lot of speed.
And Porter, here we go. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
LeVert the pass to Niang. Shot clock at 6. Now here's LeVert. He's got 10. Here's Capella, and he can't jam it through.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the blue.
Portis on the follow. Portis has got 4 this quarter.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Hawks ahead, up by 15. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can match.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Okongwu. Rizeshe is out there with Nance. Then it's Daniels, and it's Young in at the point guard position. Okongwu with a screen on Jackson. Here's Young. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 32 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Jackson from long range. And it's Rizeshe with the rebound. Rizeshe's got his 4th rebound in this one. Young outside. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Here's Giannis. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Giannis always trying to impact the game at both ends, but really has become a workhorse on the offensive end.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And here's Young. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Got a piece of it. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Daniels with it, guarded now by Jackson. Young with no one around. Sinks the triple. Young's got 35 in the game. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Atlanta.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And I've also noticed how opportunistic they've been off turnover, doing a really good job taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes. Yep, he's their leading scorer in this game and has been the dominant figure today, no doubt about it.
Lillard from outside. Atlanta with the rebound. Okongwu's now got his 6th rebound on the night. Young against Lillard. Young outside. To the right side.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And defensively, you have to stay connected to Young at all times.
Antetokounmpo against Okongwu. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lillard. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And there's the foul. And it's on Jorian Prince. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
Here's Young. Chalk up 2 there. Young's got 42 in the game.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Hawks.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Trae Young.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Nance sends a screen for Young. Over Lillard. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Young's got 44.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and
did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Young. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Now Jackson. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to.
Slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
So the Hornets starting five. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Williams. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. And Williams punches it home.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Young with it. Guarded now by Williams. And Young, here we go. And the layup is good.
The quicks off Trae Young. He gets to the rim at will. Better come with help side defense.
Ball passes to Miller. There's a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot from the low post is good.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
Shot is good by Nance.
Larry Nance Jr. in a catch-and-shoot situation. That's not easy to guard.
Ball passes to Williams. Williams with the screen. Miller finds Williams. Uses the glass on the layup.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And Mark Williams picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And Atlanta has possession. Right side Young. Pass to Okongwu. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Now Young. Picked up by Okongwu. Shot clock at 5. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Williams. Into the lane. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got 6.
You love to see the unselfishness of Miles Bridges. Just another guy has a better shot. He's ready to move that basketball.
Here's Young. Williams grabs the board.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Miller, the pass to Ball. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Young. And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards, as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Now here's Young. Pass to Daniels. Stolen. Now the Hornets moving it up. Miller, right side. Driving in. Ball taking his time here. 5 to shoot. Pass to Okogie. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Charlotte.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Here's Young. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
With the game on the line, Ice Trae is a dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do.
presence felt.
Outside Young. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Miller outside. And he jams it home with authority.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
He buries it from 3.
Yeah, defensively, if you come off someone, Young will find him.
Now here's Miller. Defense is right there. Lays it up and banks it in. Miller's got 8 points.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Now here's Young, guarded closely. Picked up by Okongwu. Young can't hit. And so it's Brandon Miller making highlights for Charlotte. 8 points in the quarter. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Charlotte?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
We got Risache. Onyeka Okongwu is out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Trae Young, and it's Daniels in at the 2 guard. So that's the Hawks 5. Ball finds Williams. Here's Okogie. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Okongwu. And now the Hawks on the break. Here's Daniels. 3-pointer in transition. Daniels has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Miller outside. It's Williams, high post. Miller outside. Williams with the screen. Goes up at the elbow. Rebound Atlanta.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Outside Young. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Young's got 8. And Doris, some use the term stocks to add up steals and blocks. Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama's stocks are through the roof.
Well, in fact, since the turn of the century, only 5 rookies ever have averaged over 3, quote, stocks per game. Victor and Chet are both on that list. And listen, if you're a passionate NBA fan, you are so excited about these 2 young men. The size and the skill and the eye-popping things they're doing on a nightly basis. NBA is in good hands.
Young from long range. Ball with the rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Okogie, the pass to Bridges. Ball outside. Five on the clock. Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Miles Bridges up in the air above the rim. That is a show. Look out below.
Well, Doris, one thing about LaMelo Ball, not many true point guards walking around at 6'7".
The BA, the length of a forward, and yet one of the most prolific playmakers in the game today. That gives a coach a lot of versatility and options with one individual player.
Screen by Bridges. Miller outside. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. It's intercepted. And a fast break now for the Hawks.
Showcasing his athleticism. Plays like this are why you gotta be excited about Shai's future in this league.
Ball outside. Miller, pass to Ball. Screen by Bridges. He's got a piece of it, and he gets it back. And they're able to recover. Tries yet again. Williams. Ooh, tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Pass to Young. Launches it. Oh! Trey virtually automatic from deep.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
The Hawks lead by 6. Young looking around. And here's a Kongwu for 3. The rebound by Bridges.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Miller, the pass to Okogie. And here is Williams. He's guarded by Nance. Back to Okogie. Pass to Ball. Lets it go from deep. A 3-ball from LaMelo.
This guy is always ready to shoot the 3. LaMelo's so confident from distance.
Up top, Young. 11 points in the game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Miller. Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. And here's a Kongwu for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists in the game. Ball outside. There's the triple. The rebound by Atlanta. Outside Young. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. That'll do it for the first half. Atlanta on top. They lead by 6. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On the floor for Charlotte, Smith out there with Trey Mann. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's Grant Williams. And it's Green in at the 3.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
LeVert outside. Niang outside. The 3-ball. Gets the 3 to fall. Niang's got his first 3 points of the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading 3s back and forth.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Outside for Green. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. Pulls up on the wing. And he stays with it. Shot by Nurkic, no good.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Johnson on the wing, covered by Smith. Capella, screen on Smith. Johnson passes to Capella. Rebounded by Nurkic. Hornets trail by 6. And Dors at 7 feet tall and almost 300 pounds. Yusuf Nurkic often is the biggest human on the court.
BA, we might as well refer to him as the immovable object. This guy has slimmed down. He's in incredible shape. But Nurkic is an old-school big, and he is a force to be reckoned with around the rim. Not just because of that size and strength, but because of his skill as a passer and a finisher. Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Here's Mann. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Here's LeVert. Still without a bucket. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Nurkic. Man with it. Now LeVert defending. Pass to Nurkic. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. It's good. And now just a three-point Atlanta lead.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate.
LeVert finds Capella. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Here's Man. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Here's Niang. Back to Capella. Green against Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Hornets trail by 6. Smith with it, and Capella picks him up defensively. Here's Nurkic, and the layup is good off the glass. Nurkic has got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, nice pass by Smith. I mean, putting his teammate in position to score.
And there's Capella. That one's good. On the assist from LeVert. LeVert's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Nurkic. Outside man. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Atlanta. There's a minute 12 left in the third. To the paint. Here's Capella. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. A minute 6 left in the third quarter here. Green against Johnson. Here's Man. Smith outside. There's a screen by Nurkic. 5 to shoot. Smith no good. Atlanta leading by 9. Here's Capella. Drives to the hoop. And the shot goes down. Capella's got 9 points in the quarter.
Inside, Capella's physical ability makes the difference. He can get vertical, bump with you, whatever it takes.
Williams, a screen on LeVert. Outside man. Outside, Williams. Charlotte, no good that time either. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. And Josh Green going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And Johnson drops them both. And here's Ball. 5 points in the game. Pass to Miller. Up in time. And it goes! He gets it! Wow!
I love to see when those shots go in.
And so it's Atlanta closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Larry Nance, Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. Then it's Rizashea, and it's a Kongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Hawks 5. Bridges outside, 4 on the clock, beyond the arc, and the three-pointer goes.
Stays ready, lets it fly. You've got to be decisive in the catch-and-shoot game. Josh Okogie, yes, sir.
Pass to Okongwu. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. And the Hawks lead by 10.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's Young. Tipped.
Boy, the raw athleticism and then the instincts of Josh Okogie to get up and send that shot back.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Outside Young. 6 to shoot.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Team first.
Nance outside. Pass to Young. The kick out to Nance. Shot clock at 5. Here's the pick. Fires for 3. Ball with the rebound. Hornets trail by 8. And here comes the break. Nice move. It's rebounded by Rizichet.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Outside Young. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Now Ball. Outside, Williams. Okogie on the wing. Back to Williams. Can't hit from in close. The Hawks lead by 8. Outside Young. Stolen by Ball. Here's Okogie. Banked it in off the glass. Okogie's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Josh Okogie, because of his ability to elevate a threat from the interior, that's a nice finish.
Inside, it's Trae Young.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Now here's Miller. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
Miller hits them both.
A perfect trip to the line narrows the gap.
Atlanta's gotten 7 of 12 three-point attempts to fall. Here's Young. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Miller outside. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Screen by Bridges. Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
Picked up by Okongwu. Young from long range. Okogie pulls down the board.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's Williams. And he banks in the layup. And now it's just a 2-point Hawks lead.
You have to love their intensity right now, getting hot at the perfect time.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish.
Williams against Young. 5 on the clock. It's kept alive. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Williams in the post. He's guarded by Nance. Counted.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Here's Young. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Getting better at finding ways to draw fouls. Young just daring the D to get physical.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Now it's a 2-possession game. Important foul shots right there.
Here's Bridges. Pass the ball. Out to Bridges. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. Left side, Williams. Shoots. Bridges misses. This is their chance to stretch the lead, Graham.
Yeah, it's a must. They have to execute and avoid the big mistake. Looking to close things out, that might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Miller, the pass to Bridges. Fires from the corner, and it's in.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
Here's Young, and he lays it up and in.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
So it's Atlanta picking up the win. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
Expect more of a methodical pace, Brent, I think, in this one. What do you think?
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Both of these teams love to run their offense in the half court. They'll slow things down. They'll love the setups. They'll try to manipulate a couple of the plays to get matchups they want. Neither side afraid to take it under 5 seconds on the shot clock, and that patience may pay off.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. Now here is Miller. Three-pointer. Prince with the defensive effort. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for them. Guys?
Thank you, David. Jackson from long range. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years. There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
Oh, just an impressive dunker of the basketball. I love how Bridges just takes the initiative and gets funky with his throwdowns.
So it's the Bucks now. Jackson passes to Prince. Williams knocks it away. Miller surveying the floor. Fast break, Milwaukee. Prince wide open. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
When you spot it up like that, Taurean Prince, those percentages go up. Very comfortable on that one.
Here's Ball. And he gets the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Lillard misses. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Williams. Pass to Okogie. And here's Miller. Just 5 on the clock. Ball, a screen on Prince. Miller. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Prince against Ball. Prince, right side. Rebound by Williams. Charlotte trailing. Bridges, left side. Outside, Ball. Kick by Bridges. Ball kicks to Bridges. Sinks that one from the post. Bridges has got his second basket.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. Think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, keep thinking that he can't shoot it from there, and he'll prove you wrong. Lillard lofts one of those high-arching bombs.
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
Miller outside. Out to Bridges. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Bridges covering. Back to Antetokounmpo. 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. From the high post. The Hornets pull it in.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Lets it go with the three. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lillard's got 8.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Miller with a wide open look. And another 3 for Charlotte.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, man, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Left side Williams. There's Miller with the 3. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Bucks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Bridges out there with Williams. And it's a Kogi in at the small forward.
Oh, what a dime there from Giannis. Excellent sharing the basketball.
When for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar, and these guys have been contenders ever since.
Miller against Prince. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Prince has got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks.
Torian Prince, a big energy guy, and that scoring will bring more of it.
Prince against Miller. Pass to Okogie. Takes a 3. They grab their own miss. And he banks in the layup.
Just sticking with it there. Ball's rebounding is so important to this team.
Milwaukee leading by 4. Lillard outside. Hornets with the rebound.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
On the wing, Miller. Covered by Lillard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Bucks ball.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Here's Antetokounmpo. Over Williams. Giannis, no good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And Miller throws it down hard.
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
Ball, the pass to Miller. Pocket 6. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And with his diverse game and 6'9" frame, Brandon Miller can score in bunches. And on nights like tonight, it's really hard to get someone to match up with him.
Antetokounmpo.
Reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. The drive-by ball. Bridges a screen on Prince. Prince against Miller. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. Miller with another miss. Milwaukee leading by 5. Lillard scanning the floor. Excellent D there from Ball.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Out to Bridges. Back to Ball. Pass to Bridges. And Bridges jams it in.
Just rising up with purpose. Allow Bridges to get this kind of positioning. He is going to hammer it home.
46 seconds left in the first half of the game. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. Lillard against Miller. It's up a 3. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul. And the Hornets making a change here. Diabate's checked in.
For the away team, number 14.
Here's Giannis. Inside. Here's Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got 3 assists tonight.
Lopez is a big guy, which gives him a huge advantage on the interior.
To the inside. Here's a Kogi. A rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds in the game. 2 on the clock. And Lopez with the nice bucket inside. And it's a 7-point Bucks lead.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Brandon Miller really making a difference here.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Gary Trent. Then it's Porter. And it's Sims in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Here's Trent. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Smith against Trent. Smith the pass to Nurkic. Loads it up for Williams. Lock at 6.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
Porter kicks to Portis. Jacks up a 3. And there's Porter on the assist by Portis. Porter's got the lead up to 8 now for Milwaukee. Green taking his time here. Takes it inside. And Green slams it in.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Outside Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Mercy, watch out.
Kevin Porter Jr. coming through with a nasty deuce.
Man passes to Smith. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Knocks it loose. Out in his own on the break. All alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And how about Porter Jr.'s court awareness? Excellent job finding the open man with the pass.
Smith with it. Picked up by Kuzma. Smith outside. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Porter pulls it in.
And he's going to have a hard time shaking off that miss. Everything was going right. The dunk was lined up beautifully, but not to be.
Hornets trail by 6. Back to man.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. And stolen by Kuzma. Fast break. Milwaukee goes up. And Portis throws it down.
And Portis out there as the big guy really running the court well.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
And Williams, here we go. And that one drops for him. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter. Bucks leading by 6. Trent outside. Portis sets the pick for Trent. Outside Portis. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
No stopping Bobby P. That time powers through to the foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Hornets trail by 9. Right side Green. Down low. Here's Nurkic. Another shot. Kuzma pulls it in. Milwaukee's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Portis kicks to Kuzma. A 3. Hornets with the rebound. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Man driving in. Outside Green to the wing on the left. Here's Nurkic. They kick it out to Green. 4 on the shot clock. With the fadeaway. Misses off the right iron. Trent with the wide open look. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They played. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the 4th. They've got Smith. Williams is out there with Green. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic, and it's Man in at the point. Williams finds Miller. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Jackson against Ball. Lillard a screen on Ball.
And LaMelo puts a lot into his defense. He is going to be in your face all game long, challenging every shot.
And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bucks leading by 9. Jackson has the open look. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition and no one's on you, great shot there.
And good that time.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges is also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Lillard from outside. The offensive rebound. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Shots good by Miller.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass was coming.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Bucks. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. High post shot. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got his 5th rebound in this one. Miller outside, and it's the Hornets, another 3.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
Game is on the line. He wants the ball. No one on D stepped up to stop him. That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Miller outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
At the line for 2.
Both free throws good for Miller.
Now you could tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Prince setting a pick for Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Wow, the skill of Lillard to get his shot through while getting the whistle.
The free throw drops for Lillard. Hornets trail by 9. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Right wing. Here's the 3. Rebound by Williams. Charlotte working against the clock now. And here's Miller outside. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lillard outside. Outside, Antetokounmpo. We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter.
I don't know how many defenders are stopping Giannis when he's up like that.
Ball from long range. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks leading by 11. Pass to Lopez. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Good soft hands there from Lopez, efficient in the catch-and-shoot motion.
Here's Okogie. Williams kicks the ball. Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Miller. And Miller throws it down hard!
And this is what you like about Miller. He has great range from 3, but he can also make tough shots in traffic.
And it's Lillard missing. Hornets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Bridges a screen on Prince. Fires from way outside. Miller, no up. Miller against Prince. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Prince. And the Bucks lead by 10.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Good on the first, and that brings them within single digits.
Yeah, and the confidence Bridges plays with, really admirable. This guy knows he has the talent to compete in the NBA.
We've got 33 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. It's Prince on the wing. For three, drills the three-pointer.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Deep two from Ball, and right on target. Good. 11 seconds left to play here in the fourth. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor. Completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to affect.
Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony. For the visit.
Hi, everyone, and let's take a look at our starters for Atlanta. We've got Trae Young. Larry Nance is out there with Risache. Then there's Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Milwaukee, inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Nance for 3. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Yes, it's good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's a Kongwu, and Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Kongwu, a screen on Lillard. Here's Young. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 3-point game. Antetokounmpo outside. There's Jackson with the 3. Okongwu with the rebound. On offense, here are the Hawks. And there is the whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Okongwu. Jacks up with 3.
And with an out-of-this-world wingspan, Giannis can simply lock up just about anyone on the defensive end.
And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Here's Risache. Drops one in from the wing.
Such raw shooting ability for Risache in his first year.
Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. Now here's Young. Okongwu has the open look. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Here's Lillard from outside the arc. They grab their own miss. Jackson, Lillard outside. Shot clock at 6. Antetokounmpo outside. Goes back up, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Hawks have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Young, the pass to Okongwu. Young looking over the floor. Okongwu, a screen on Lillard. Here's Young, and he gets it to go.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Atlanta has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Okongwu, a screen on Lillard. Young, count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Lillard against Young. And the dunk by Lillard.
What an athletic play from Lillard. More than capable of just jamming it down.
Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
The Bucks trail by 4. Here's Lillard. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Lillard's got his second basket on the night.
It doesn't matter where he is on the floor. Lillard is a walking bucket.
Young against Lillard. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Nance. Right side Young. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Lillard outside. Lopez, the screen. Pass to Prince. We've got 22 seconds left in the opening quarter. From 17. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Okongwu with the rebound.
All alone from mid-range. You got to think he's kicking himself.
A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for Atlanta. He puts... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
The control of Young, unleashing a devastating dribble move and finding the shot.
Lillard outside. Jackson the screen. Going inside. Lillard for 2.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Now here's Young. He's got 12. Okongwu with the bucket.
Yeah, what a look. I mean, Young, a high-level passer.
The Bucks trail by 6. Now here's Lillard. Here's the 3. Such a sweet stroke from Damian Lillard.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Lillard against Young. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Young on the drive. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Young's gotten 4 this quarter.
It's another big night for Trae Young. A relentless scorer, constantly testing your defense.
Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Now here's Young. 14 points for him.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Lopez against Okongwu. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Nance pulls down the board. The Hawks lead by 3. And here's Okongwu for 3. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
Yeah, it looks so delicate coming off his fingertips. Lillard's floater is a lethal one.
Outside Young. Pass to Okongwu. Outside Young.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
A little mid-range shot is up. The kick out to Nance. Outside Young. Second chance shot. Here's Daniels. From downtown. Young can't hit. The Bucks trail by 4. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. Daniels passes to Young. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. Here's Lopez. It's tipped. And that'll be Milwaukee's ball as it goes out of bounds. Bucks able to keep the possession. Now off the inbound. And Lillard gets it to go on the assist from Prince. Lillard's got 13.
And this is exactly why you got to be up on Lillard, or he'll burn you off the catch.
Up top, Young. Defended by Lillard. Pass to Okongwu. Let's go with a three. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo has got 4 rebounds now. Jackson surveying the D. Oh, swiped away. Here's Rizachet. Antetokounmpo covering. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Outside Young. The three is up. For 3. Okongwu inside. Covered by Lopez. Here's Daniels. He drops it from range. Daniels has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Bucks trail by 3. Jackson on the wing. Guarded by Young. Jackson gets the bucket.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Up top, Young. And here's Okongwu for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young.
3 points.
Young's got his 6th assist of the night. Prince from deep three-point land. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. Terrence Mann is out there with Karis LeVert. Then there's George Niang. Then it's Jalen Johnson. And it's Capella in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's LeVert. Pass to Capella. Back to LeVert. Capella, screen on Porter. LeVert goes in. Now here's Capella. Shot clock at 5. Here's Niang. Offensive rebound. Porter against LeVert. Tries again with 1 on the clock. From deep, Johnson. Rebound, Milwaukee. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Kyle Kuzma the last few seasons has been pushing his scoring over 20 points per game. He said, I'm showing the league that I'm not just a role player. Having a leadership position and getting better every single game, that's what I care about. I want to keep elevating. Ryan, high hopes.
Just the 27th pick back in 2017. He's having a dynamite career. And that one's good. Man's got his first 2 points of the night. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
Trent from long range. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Niang a screen. The 3 knocks it down from distance. Niang's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Porter with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Sims, the pass to Trent. The three-pointer off the mark. For Atlanta, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Niang outside. LeVert goes against Porter. The putback controls the rebound and the putback. And it's a 3-point Atlanta lead.
Yeah, offensively, Capella's game is grabbing offensive boards. You have to put a body on him.
LeVert goes against Porter. Going inside. Rebounded by Johnson. Atlanta's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Inside. Outside man. Niang a screen. Over Trent. Niang no good.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Now here's Trent. Not a lot of room. Fires from deep. Doesn't go that time. The Hawks lead by 3. 1:19 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Tipped. All alone on the break. Here's Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Yeah, speedy transition play by Porter. Getting there to put the finishing touches on the fast break.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. LeVert outside. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Bobby Portis.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
Harris LeVert at the line for 2.
Both free throws good for LeVert.
And when healthy, LeVert is a problem. A multi-dimensional guard who can score, pass, and rebound at an impressive clip.
Now here's Porter. 5 points in the game. The offensive rebound. Trent finds Porter. Kuzma outside. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. The Hawks leading. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Kuzma. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Sims. Trent on the wing. For the tie. Sims at home from 3-point land. Trent's got 6. LeVert goes against Porter. Niang outside. Launches a 3. Pure from 3-point range. And the Hawks lead by 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And as we finish the third quarter, and let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 3-point lead. To the wing, right side. Okongwu, the pass to Young. Okongwu, a screen on Lillard. From the corner. Young can't hit. The Bucks shooting about 56% in this one. Prince finds Jackson. Lopez, the screen on Young. Here's Jackson. And the layup is good off the glass.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Young from long range. The offensive rebound. Jacks up a 3. Oh, that's what he does. Trae Young knocking down a 3.
Yeah, Trae Young can change the course of a game with his outside shooting.
Here's Lillard. Nance pulls down the board. The Hawks lead by 4. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Atlanta.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Daniels, defended by Lillard. And it's good for 2. And the Hawks lead by 8.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Lillard looking around. It's stolen away. In transition. Here's Daniels. Here's Okongwu. Pass to Rizachet. Outside Young. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The Bucks have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. They need this. It's Antetokounmpo off the drive. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
The incomparable length. I mean, Giannis with those big strides and the reach to finish against anyone.
Lillard against Young. Fearless from Young inside.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Young. Jackson, pass to Antetokounmpo. Shot is off. 4 for 7 in the game now. Atlanta leading by 8. Outside Young.
Milwaukee foul. Jackson. First personal foul. Second team foul.
A minute 42 left in the 4th quarter. Clock at 6. 4-3. Drills it from deep. And now an 11-point Atlanta lead.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Just a big-time answer from Lillard. He competes as hard as anyone in this league.
Lillard against Young. Okongwu, a screen on Lillard. Left side Young.
Milwaukee foul. Damian Lillard. Third personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good. And that'll put him up by 9.
Like a lot of smaller guys, there's a real ferocity to Trae Young's game. He's willing to scrap to get what he wants.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the 4th quarter. Lillard up top. 54 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Count that one.
Yeah, Lillard is relentless on offense tonight, getting bucket after bucket for his team.
Okongwu with screen on Lillard. Outside Young. The kick out to Nance. Daniels passes to Young. Gets the 3-ball to go. Young's got 31.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. We see the Hawks taking the W here. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game.
All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Trae Young. Ricochet is out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Daniels in at the shooting guard position. And it's Ricochet missing. And now running up the court, Miller pushing it up. And Miller throws it down hard.
Add that to the highlight reel for Miller. I'm sure it'll grow quickly.
Here's Young, and there's the drive. And that one, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Atlanta. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young. The coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with the shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him for a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Here's Daniels. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
In recent seasons, the Charlotte Hornets, Clark, have been very active in the trade market.
Well, it seems like they're always wheeling and dealing. I mean, they're on a quest for that perfect fit lineup, moving pieces around, trying to find the right recipe for success.
The Hornets shooting their first free throw tonight. And what stands out most, Clark, about Mark Williams, it has to be his rebounding.
Yeah, he's a glass-eating machine, and on a per-minute basis, he's one of the best in the league at corralling boards. But he's had a little bit of an issue staying healthy. When he's on the floor, though, he gives them a real powerful presence up front.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And Young, here we go. That one good for 2. Young's got his second bucket.
And on the drive, Young can be so sudden. The defense barely gets a chance to react.
Here's a Kogi. Lays it up and banks it in.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Okongwu with a screen on Miller. Here's Young. And again, it's Atlanta.
When you watch Young, there's that courage to his game.
For Charlotte, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Kogi for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. And Daniels up top. He's covered by Ball. Stolen by Ball. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Puts up a deep 3. No good there. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Daniels from outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Daniels has got 5 points so far. Pass to Okogie. There's the steal. And Young kicks to Nance.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Young looking it over. Out to Nance. Williams with the block. Right side, Ball. Bridges sets the screen for Ball from downtown. And the Hornets miss again. Here's the Hawks with the ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. And it's in there. 8 points for him.
Right there, you love what Young gives you. A great facilitator in transition, and he's also a terrific finisher.
Puts one up from 19. And there's Bridges on the assist by Miller.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And Miller throws it down hard.
And talk about making an impact play. Miller showing what a difference he can make all over the court.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Left side, ball. Miller outside. Pass to Okogie. Just 5 to shoot. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Young, good.
A bad man on the offensive end. Young can really be a menace with his shooting.
Here's Bridges. At the top of the key, Williams. Outside, ball. Back to Williams. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Okogie for 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Williams is out there with Bridges, and it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Clark, the 2021 Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball, and the only thing holding him back now is his health.
It certainly is, and it's unfortunate because he's a talented, fun-to-watch player. He's already missed a bunch of games early in his career, but he is the total package as a point guard now. Great length at 6'7", and I still think he has MVP potential. It's a matter of, can he stay on the floor?
Offensive rebound, Williams off with the layup. Atlanta leading by 5. Young left side, Latrey. The shot's good on the assist by Nance. Young's got 15.
Oh, great look there. Young off a pass will normally knock those down.
Tipped away. Miller with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively.
Oh, it looks so effortless when Okogie gets off the floor for the alley-oop. I mean, it seems like he's just floating, gliding in air. Impressive.
And Young, here we go. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game. Consider my doubts disappeared.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Nance with no one around. Buries the long-range jumper. Nance has got the lead up to 9 now for Atlanta. Outside, ball. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Williams has a screen for Bridges. Out to Miller. Shot clock at 6. Inside, there's Williams. Nance with some nice D. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Now, here is Young. Count that one. And it's an 11-point Hawks lead.
And how about the find by Trey, making sure he keeps his teammates involved.
Out to the right wing.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Picked by Bridges. Ball, the pass to Bridges. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Bridges got 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Young. He's still up. Now he's 9 of 10.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And it's Miller with the jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Second chance shot out to Nance for the three. Got it for his fourth field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Boy, he could have taken it himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
Miller outside. 55 seconds left in the first half. Knocked loose. He's all alone. Here's Ricochet. And the dunk by Ricochet.
Yeah, if you give Ricochet a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Nance against Bridges. Pass to Okogie. Williams, a screen on Young. Okogie, the pass to Bridges. 4 on the clock. And Charlotte turns it over again. Here's Young. He's got 19. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The shot's good. And it's 13 points for Larry Nance.
And what I like about Nance Jr. is how he positions himself, knows his strengths on offense, and plays to them.
They get it back. Here's Williams. The kick out to Ball. To the inside. Here's Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Okongwu, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so we conclude the first half. Huck, thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. They've got George Niang. Karis LeVert is out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Jalen Johnson. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. And so LeVert will bring it up for Atlanta. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Good on the 3-point shots. LeVert's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, I think this is big for LeVert's confidence because the more he connects from distance, I think the more dangerous he'll become as a shooter and offensive player.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Capella sets a screen for LeVert. Lob pass to Capella. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, I like how Capella stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Taken away by Williams. A fast break now for Charlotte. Now here is Smith, defended by Mann. Nurkic setting the pick for Smith. Pass to Nurkic. And Capella sends it back.
Boy, the long arms of Capella on display there. When his energy matches his wingspan, he causes a lot of problems on defense.
Nurkic dishes to Green. Williams, a screen on Johnson. It's stolen by Johnson. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And at the line last year, he was good on about 77% of his attempts.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Fires the 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Hornets trail by 20. Now, man, still scoreless. To the middle. Nurkic can't hit.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Here's Capella. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams looking around. Pass to Nurkic. Williams against Johnson. On the wing, Green. 5 on the clock. This one for 3. Drops in the tray. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Kicks it out to Johnson. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Now, here is Smith. Williams a screen. Here's Mann into the lane, and the shot goes in. Mann's got his first basket of the night.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
LeVert, and the layup is good. And the Hawks lead by 20.
LeVert is always aggressive. I like that mindset of his, especially in how he drives to the rim playing downhill. Goes there with a lot of speed.
Buries it from 3-point range. Nurkic has got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Green against LeVert. Niang in the post. Yep, that one goes. Niang's got his first bucket in this one.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Now, here's Green. Pass to Williams. Here's Mann. LeVert defending, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Mann can't hit.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
And that's a foul called on Josh Green. That'll be his second foul of the game. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now, here's LeVert. D right on him. Johnson outside. 6 to shoot. He takes it in. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Third personal foul.
Yeah, how about the body control on that? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
Green inside the 3-point line and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
No good on the last second attempt there. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits it made. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Bridges out there with Mark Williams. And it's a Kogi in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Charlotte.
Ball exploding off the floor for a big slam. Young fella's got some pretty good hops on it.
Young outside. Out to the right wing. Okongwu against Miller. Okongwu down low. Clock is at 3. Young. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Hornets ball.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
That's exactly what a team needs when they're playing from behind. Energetic defense.
Outside ball. Pass to Okogie. Bridges a screen on Young. Bridges outside. Here he goes. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
How about that burst and bounce from Bridges on the throwdown as he rolled right by the defender?
Young against Miller. And Young kicks to Nance. No good on the three. Hornets trail by 15. Pass the ball. Miller with the ball. Back to ball. Fires the three. And it's Rizichet with the rebound. Young outside. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14. Outside ball. Pass to Okogie. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got 4 rebounds now tonight. Young is double. Now Daniels, stolen by Ball. Miller, that's for 2. Here's Williams, a second chance effort. Here's Okogie, pass the ball. 5 to shoot. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
You know, possessing outstanding height at his position, Ball excels at using that size and his body control to convert through contact.
Atlanta leading by 14. Going inside, and Okongwu slams it in.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Ball with it. He's picked up by Rizichet. Miller outside. Pass to Okogie. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Hawks ball.
Here is Daniels. Okongwu with a screen on Ball. Here's Daniels. 2 points. That one goes.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Clark, we've all heard the comparisons. Brandon Miller plays a lot like a young Paul George.
And, you know, it makes a ton of sense when you consider that Paul George is Brandon Miller's favorite player. So he spent a bunch of time studying how PG gets it done and putting those moves into his own book bag.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Hawks.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Trae Young.
Well, I thought he was their catalyst tonight, guys. Moving the rock, actively looking to set other guys up. Outstanding work.
Hornets ball.
Hornets trail by 16. .55 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pass to Rizichet. Back to Young. And And here is Okongwu. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Bridges. Rebound by Williams. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Well, I tell you what, you got to like the aggressiveness there from Bridges because he forced the defense that time to commit the foul.
Both free throws good from Bridges. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. Miller against Young. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know.
On paper. This game is something of a mismatch, Doris.
Yes, it is, but it's always dangerous when one team is expected to win by a large margin. Because why? Human nature. Can't skip steps. These are still professional basketball players. That underdog can be a real dog.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. And there is the whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And here's Miller. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Lillard looking around. Here's the three. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in. Miller outside. Takes it inside. Whoa! And he slams it in one-handed.
And that's how Miller can take his game to the next level, by being aggressive and attacking the basket.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Lillard passes to Prince, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Boy, off the bounce, Taurean Prince can be so dynamic. The speed, the power, all of those things make it tough on the defense.
Here's Ball, and Ball throws it down.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay.
Second team foul.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in.
Boy, that's great defense from LaMelo Ball. He has the length and the agility to be an outstanding defender. It's about learning to give it every single night on that end.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Now here's Lillard, and he drives in. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Williams. A bit of a tweener, but Miles Bridges finds ways to show up in the box score doors.
Well, you know he's looking to score, Brian, first and foremost. Easy to set up as he can attack from virtually anywhere. No matter what, you know that Bridges is going to get you some buckets.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee, and when I brought up Giannis Antetokounmpo, Coach was full of admiration, saying it's always going to be difficult when you're playing Giannis. Not only is he one of the best players this league has, but he's also a fierce competitor. Guys, it sounds like he knows what he's up against.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Not just to score. Lillard knows it's his responsibility as the point guard to involve his teammates.
Here's Miller. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Miller's got 10 points in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Lillard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Miller. Ball left side. With the drive. Yep, that one goes.
Well, this is exactly what you want from LaMelo Ball, attacking the rim off the drive. And
here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. The three, here's Lillard, and he hits it. That makes him 1 for 6 for the game.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Here's Miller. They get it again. And out of bounds. Milwaukee will have it.
Bucks ball.
The Bucks trail by 4. Here's Lillard. Three-pointer. He's got it. Just 2 of 7 from the field, though.
A genuine sniper from downtown. Lillard's confidence is what makes him so dangerous.
Okogie's shot is off.
Tried to come right back at him with the three. Not that time.
Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Antetokounmpo with it. Guarded now by Williams. Lillard against Miller. From the arc. Lillard can't get it to go.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Miller, the pass to Okogie. Now ball. Williams, a screen on Jackson. Pass to Williams. 5 on the clock. Here's Okogie. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Milwaukee out in front. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks. Guys?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Lillard. Down low. And the big finish by Giannis.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis' career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Here's Miller. Three-pointer, no good. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Bucks. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Now here's Miller. He's got 10. Goes up on the wing. Rebounded by Lopez.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
The 3 from Prince. Hornets with the rebound. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Brandon Miller caught some flack when he named Paul George as his GOAT, but PG-13 said, I know what he meant by it. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of all time, but it's about who inspires you. Miller, for his part, not backing down and saying, how the league is built now, Paul George is the right person to study for this generation. Ryan?
Allie, thanks. Now here's Lillard. He's got 6. Prince, the pass to Lillard. Oh, Lillard just owning the paint.
Doesn't matter where he is on the floor. Lillard is a walking bucket.
Hornets trail by 3. Here's Miller. Rebounded by Lopez.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Lillard finds Lopez. Lopez, the screen on Miller. Prince on the attack. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
Well, fast off his feet and up at the rim in a hurry. Taurean Prince with an easy one.
Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Now it's a 7-point Bucks lead.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Ball outside. No good, and they can't put it into the drought. The Bucks leading by 7. The 3 from Prince. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got his 4th rebound in this one. Miller against Prince. Ooh, nice shot by Miller. Miller's got 12.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
Now here's Lillard. 10 points for him. Misses the 3.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Here's Ball. Oh, Ball dropping it in for 3.
Well, LaMelo Ball in the catch-and-shoot game. He says, I can get off the ball as well.
Lillard outside. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Milwaukee shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he drops it first. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Charlotte. And both free throws good for Lillard.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Here comes Ball. Miller outside. Bridges, a screen on Prince. Here's Miller. Three-pointer off the mark. The Bucks leading by 4. Pass to Jackson. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Ball. Shot from the wing. Good D by Ball. Charlotte has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Miller with it. To the paint. Who is stolen by Lillard. Here's Prince. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the 3rd quarter here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. What a game we're seeing from Damian Lillard.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
They've got Trey Mann. He's out there with Josh Green. Grant Williams out there with Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Diabate in at the 4 slot. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Porter gets the bucket. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Pass to Williams. 6 to shoot. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That was good. Williams has got his first points of the game.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And here's Porter outside. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the 3rd. Here's Diabate, defended by Portis. Here's Mann. Hits the trifecta. Mann's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Now here's Porter. He's covered closely. From the top of the key, good as the jump shot falls. Porter's got 5 now.
The offensive impact of Porter is always growing. He works so hard to be productive.
Pass to Williams. Here's Diabate. Williams a screen on Portis. Here's Diabate. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
These are his first free throws of the game. First one falls for him.
At the line for 2, Musa Diabate.
And that's good as he hits both shots. The Bucks leading by 4. Porter with it. 5 points in the game. Portis outside. Pass to Kuzma. Back to Portis. And here's Porter outside. Buries it from 3. Give him 8.
Yeah, incredible range. Porter Jr. can cash you in from distance. He certainly did there.
Here's Green. The kick out to Williams. Back to Green. There's a screen by Nurkic. Corner shot. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
To the middle. It's stolen by Nurkic. Green with the ball. And it's Trent picking him up. The kick out to Williams. Back to Green. 1:36 left to play in the third quarter. Pass to Diabate. Here he goes. And here's Nurkic. And here's Green from the arc. Rebounded by Kuzma. The Bucks leading by 5. Doris, we know how big fashion is in today's NBA. Perhaps no one showcases this more than Kyle Kuzma.
And you can tell, B.A., Kuz definitely has some fun with some of the outfit choices. He does not mind causing a stir on social media, and he does not mind pushing boundaries. Well, nice job crashing the glass. You'd love to see that kind of effort.
And here's Green from the arc. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Now Kuzma hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Bucks lead by 7.
You can see that Kyle Kuzma has the kind of size and length and creativity to score on the interior.
Trent against Green. From deep. The rebound by Sims. Milwaukee has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Pass to Portis. Porter looks it over. Back to Portis. There's the 3. No good that time. The third quarter comes to a close. Milwaukee out in front. They lead by 7. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. On the floor for Milwaukee, starting the fourth quarter. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. Back to Bridges. Ball outside. From deep three-point land. Ooh, it's Ball from deep range.
What an electrifying game by LaMelo Ball. Is anyone more exciting than this young guy?
Lillard outside. To the inside. And stolen by Bridges. Now the Hornets moving it up. Pass to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
You love to see the unselfishness of Miles Bridges. Just another guy has a better shot. He's ready to move that basketball.
Jackson outside. Antetokounmpo, a screen on ball. Jackson on the wing. Pounded by Ball. The shake. Jackson can't get it to go. Charlotte trailing. Miller with it, and Lopez picks him up to take the lead. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The three from Prince. Drops in the three. And the Bucks lead by 5.
It's hard to make your way in today's NBA without being a tremendous three-point shooter. Taurean Prince doing work from beyond the arc.
Who is stolen by Lillard. It's 2-on-1. He launches a three. And Prince with the bucket on the assist by Lillard. Prince has got 6 in the quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Bucks.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Antetokounmpo with the block.
Giannis puts his touch on every aspect of the game. Big reach on display that time.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Williams. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
Second personal foul.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
And here's Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Oh, stolen by Lillard. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in.
Josh Okogie, 4th personal foul, 1st team foul.
Now here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. Ball with the rebound.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Miller can't get it to go. The Bucks leading by 5. Jackson on the wing. Williams defending. And that's good. Jackson for 3.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Williams' shot is good.
If you leave a teammate of LaMelo Ball that wide open, I promise you, he will find it.
And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul.
2nd team foul.
4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Prince against Miller. Lopez, the screen. Here's Prince. Over Miller. Here's Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Well, it's just solid awareness by Brook Lopez, working hard to get his team a second opportunity.
Bridges, a screen on Prince. Miller can't get it to go.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Puts it up from the high post. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And now it's a 10-point Milwaukee lead.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Antetokounmpo against Bridges. Just 5 on the clock. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Now here's Jackson. one belongs to the Bucks. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce.